Coach Larry Brown, a couple of victories for making history, 2 from 700 for his NBA-only career, more than 900 when you include his time in the old ABA. For Vancouver, it'll be Othella Harrington along with Bryant Big Country Reeves and Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Mike Bibby and Michael Dickerson in the backcourt. Lionel Hollins at 46, getting his first taste of head coaching as the interim, replacing the fired Brian Hill 11 days ago. 2-2 thus far, the better part of 3 seasons as a player for the 76ers in late 70s and early 80s. As we check the keys to the game tonight, being brought to you by Chrysler Plymouth.
Well, you have to be ready to play tonight's ball game. You got to forget about last night's win. That was a tremendous win for the 76ers. Be ready to play tonight against a team that has just a poor record at 6-20. Secondly, make the game difficult for Abdur-Rahim, meaning you're going to double down hard, you're going to single coverage sometimes. Get him to think about it a little bit. Get him to turn the basketball over some. As you take a look at Abdur-Rahim's numbers, leads the team in scoring, rebounds, and steals. Last night, double-double against Denver, 20 points, 10 rebounds, and a good game last night. He was able to score in the low post. The jump hook, he's got that move in the low post. Take a look at him working in the low post once again. The reverse spin takes it to the hoop. He's got a lot of moves in the low post. And then defensively, getting the block there. So not only does Abdur-Rahim get the work in the low post, but he's also a pretty good shot blocker. But talking to Lionel Hollins before the game, the one thing that he wants Abdur-Rahim to do is work a little bit more on the perimeter. Just don't make yourself a low post player. He says he's too talented for that.
The officials: Ken Maurer, Mount Aries, Tom Washington, and Scott Wall. It'll be Reeves and Geiger, and we're running tonight for what they call the Garage, GM Place, here in Vancouver. Geiger, his second straight start in the middle. Dickerson all over Iverson. That's the matchup in the backcourt. A 3-second violation on Tyrone Hill. Sixers averaging about 16 turnovers. That's around the NBA average. The Grizzlies coming in at 6-20. Second worst in the West to Golden State. By the way, TJ Carlissimo fired today by the Warriors. Gary St. Jean stepping down for the front office to take over on an interim basis. Snow setting up Lynch. Blocked by Reeves. Snow gets it back, and this is Hill.
Tyrone Hill last night, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 for 4. Seemed to be in foul trouble right from the get-go, picking up a couple early ones.
He has had foul problems in each of his last 3, fouling out of one of those. This is Dickerson, the former member of the Houston Rockets last year as a rookie, being fouled by Matt Geiger. And Dickerson will go to the line for 2. Aaron McKee already into the game, only 55 seconds in. Eric Snow over to the Sixer bench, and in fact being attended to by the head athletic trainer Lenny Currier. Eric has had a problem with his right forearm. I'm not sure if that's the problem right now or not. But a brief rest for him as Dickerson gets 2 at the line.
Now the problem for Vancouver is hasn't been staying with teams the first half or so, but it's been finishing ball games, and that's the one thing that Lionel Hollins has been trying to get his team to do. He said, listen, anybody can stay with another team, but it's the guys that finish for you and get the W's that really are going to help this team.
George Lynch, who played here in Vancouver a couple of years ago for 1 season, finishing the job there. Good look by Tyrone Hill. Dickerson from Reeves. Lynch had it momentarily. Dickerson took it away. Grizzlies here with a fresh 24. As Bibby makes the move. We have a foul here on Aaron McKee. And quickly Eric Snow is back in for Aaron.
Whole left side cleared. Bibby taking advantage of that, drawing the bump on Aaron McKee before the shot.
Grizzlies are 5-9 here at home. Only one victory on the road. They lost last night on the road at Denver. That goes off of Harrington, and the Sixers come up with a turnover. The Grizzlies will turn it over, 17 per night, above the NBA average. Geiger over Reeves, got 2. Matt Geiger averaging 9 and 6.
Well, Matt Geiger hustles down the floor. Matt Geiger should be able to beat Reeves down the floor anytime he wants for good, solid position. Reeves not the fastest guy in the NBA.
Reeves actually seeing the ball less under new coach Lionel Hollins.
Produce. That's all you want. You want a low post presence. And if your 7-footer can't produce, then you're going to go elsewhere. Now he's asking Reeves now, I want you to rebound more. I want you to play better defense. Just don't look for touches. Touches aren't going to make you a better basketball player, although once again, a lot of players believe that offensive game will help mightily to the defense and the rebounding. There, he's missed a couple easy ones in the post.
Sixers already 3 team fouls after the personal on Hill, his first. Allen Iverson making his way to the hoop, and he is fouled. Michael Dickerson, the personal, his second year out of Arizona. He's 6'5", 190. He came over from the Rockets in that Steve Francis deal. Of course, well known by now, the Grizzlies taking Francis with a number 2 pick. Didn't want to sign here. And the Grizzlies getting a host of players as part of a 3-way deal with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, but a couple of bad draft picks by Vancouver. I mean, you take a look. You drafted Francis the year before. You ended up getting Bibby. Both of them are point guard. What are you trying to say to Bibby?
Who's a pretty good point guard for a young one.
Yeah.
That's Harrington, also acquired from Houston, missing there. Harrington's their second leading scorer, over 15 per night. Matt Geiger looking frisky early on, gets another field goal, and the Sixers leap ahead by 6, 3 and change gone here in the first.
Good to see Matt Geiger active on the offensive end, knocking down some shots. Last 3 games for Matt, averaging just 7 points, shooting 36%.
Abdur-Rahim, their leading scorer, a 20 and 10 guy. Against the guy he used to go against in practice, George Lynch. Officially 22 and 11 for Abdur-Rahim. The 22 puts him in the top 20 in the NBA. This is Iverson, the NBA's leading point scorer, 30 a night now, forced to give it up. Eric Snow doubled up with 4 to shoot. It'll be Lynch, George Lynch. Averaging 10 and with 9 boards per night, he and Tyrone Hill sharing team honors for the Sixers. Sixers off and running here, shooting 5 for 7. The Grizzlies a weak defensive team as Bibby launches one and he hits. He's averaging 12 per night.
Yeah, Vancouver's going to let you shoot 47%. I mean, here's a team. Opponents have shot 50% or more 10 times, or 38% of the game. Take a look at that. Great pass by Eric Snow to a wide open Tyrone Hill. That's why teams shoot 47+%. And that's why 10 times teams have shot better than 50% on them.
All of the Sixers scoring thus far has come from the front line. 4 apiece for each front court starter. This is Abdur-Rahim. Geiger on the block. Terrific defense by Matt, who runs the floor with Iverson. Allen has Dickerson again. The pick by Hill. Geiger after the miss, and finally it's Abdur-Rahim for the Grizzlies. In tight it goes for Harrington. Matt Geiger very active early on, nearly coming up with the interception.
Well, Vancouver probably a little more tired than the Sixers. They played in Denver last night. Sixers had to bus up from Seattle last night because of the fog. Denver had to fly to Seattle and then bus up.
Sixers flying here after the Iverson strip.
It could be a foul on George Lynch. He was just blocking Big Country out of the way.
Eric Snow and Tyrone Hill. Once again, all the scoring from the Sixer front court early on as they have doubled up the Grizzlies here with 5 and change gone.
Making his move to the left, being stripped by Allen Iverson, and then they're off and running. George Lynch right there. Stop. Look at George Lynch doing a little block on Big Country, and that leaves this whole pathway open for Allen to take it to the hoop. There's the push by Big Country and the bump on Allen Iverson. Foul was called before the shot by Allen as Big Country pushes George Lynch. So the shot was negated.
Iverson has Dickerson, and he wants him. In among the trees. Tough shot, and he hit it. Allen Iverson almost had his back to the basket.
Well, out of the 7 field goals, the Sixers with 6 assists. Great ball movement. Great concentration right from the get-go. And the one thing we talked about, the keys, be ready to play.
4 of those dimes coming from Eric Snow. Bibby thinking 3. Shot clock running down. It's at 2 with Dickerson missing. Iverson's got a man. It's Snow, and he'll solo. So all 5 Sixers starters scoring here in the first. And they're up 10 as we approach the halfway point of the first. The loss last night at Denver as Iverson misses the steal was 109-86 in favor of the Nuggets, even though the Grizzlies led at halftime, and they'll keep possession here with a fresh 24. Vancouver was outscored 29-12 in the third last night, and the Nuggets recorded 13 blocks at home. As you can see, the Sixers, a high percentage of their field goals made. Reeves contends with Geiger.
Well, you can see that Vancouver really needs a low post presence. Big Country's not going to give it to him. Hasn't given it to him in the years that he has been here so far.
More punishment being absorbed by Allen Iverson. Was fouled that time by Othello Harrington. Bryant Reeves at even 7 feet 280. Recently missed 7 games because of a knee injury. He's had some knee problems the last couple of years. Allen Iverson dropped 34 last night. And the Sixers are 8-3 when he hits for 30 or more.
He's really been getting to the line lately. I mean, here's a guy shooting almost 10 per game anyway. Allen Iverson, last 3 games, has gotten to the line an average of 14 free throw attempts per game.
Bibby around the world and in. Mike Bibby, born in Cherry Hill, raised in Phoenix, the son of the former Sixer Henry and, of course, mom Virginia. Second pick of the draft a year ago. Iverson, no fewer than 3 Grizzlies keeping watch on him. Geiger testing Harrington, got him the bite, count it, and a foul. A veteran move by Matt Geiger on Othello Harrington, now in search of the 3-point play.
It's a nice move by Matt. Generally, you don't see Matt putting the ball on the floor. Allen Iverson with the handoff to Matt Geiger. Matt Geiger, couple dribbles, the pump fake, the bump, the continuation. Good basket by Matt Geiger.
Harrington, 2 personal fouls, giving way to veteran Grant Long, his first action of the season with Vancouver. Signed as a free agent. He had been on the injured list with strained knee ligaments.
Talking to him before the game, had a couple practices before getting into one of the ball games. Felt that, you know, you get a couple practices under your belt, and then all of a sudden you can go out with a lot of confidence.
Reeves wiping away Snow with a pick. Now he's got him in the weight room and he wants some. Geiger regains his defensive position. This is Bibby with a shot clock running down. Abdur-Rahim loses it, and here's Geiger, and the black shirts are loose again. Iverson right around Bibby, forced to give it up. Now the Sixers setting up with under 4.5 to go here in the first, leading by a dozen. Iverson losing Dickerson, got it down.
Well, Sixers have come out of the locker room scorching the nets. 10 of 13, 77%. Not only are they scorching the net, but they're playing great defense on Vancouver. Vancouver 3 for 14, 21%.
The latest run, 12-2. Capped by Allen Iverson doing his thing. 76ers lead early on.
He was a lot taller than I thought. Keep displaying how important reading is and how fun it can be. I already like to read, but he showed me that reading is cool too. Today was a good day.
A team of scientists have created a portal to a simulated universe.
You think one of them units crawled up an extension cord and killed its maker?
But what they couldn't anticipate
What's this all about? Murder.
is that the experiment
This is a mistake. These people are real.
would have a mind of its own. The 13th floor.
You could call it the end of the world.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket.
$17,000 or $18,000 wedding guests. You could do it at a 76ers game. It's the annual halftime half-court wedding. 76ers looking for 76 couples to tie the knot on Tuesday, February 15th. And how about this? Bob Eubanks is going to be there. So if you're ready, lace up the high tops, pick up the telephone, call the 76ers 215-339-7610 and say, I do want to be part of the biggest half-court wedding ever. Sixers 7 for their last 8. The Grizzlies 1 for their last 7. Here is the home team out of the timeout. You see evidence of the Sixers hot shooting here in the first quarter, which has 4 minutes to run. And again, suffocating defense by the Sixers. Geiger's been very active. Reeves missing again. He starts the game 0 for 4. And here's it from the crowd.
Nice move, though, by the big fella. Putting the ball on the floor, taking it to the hoop. But once again, you're missing 2-footers.
As Tyrone Hill does his thing, the country fouls him for his second. On the left is Felipe Lopez, on the right Cherokee Parks. Michael Dickerson coming to the Vancouver bench. Ditto Bryant Reeves. Reeves scoreless, 0 for 4 and a couple of personal fouls. Joining starting power forward Othella Harrington with 2 personals. Tyrone Hill stepping to the stripe for the first time tonight.
When you come to Vancouver, and as a post player, if you've got the speed and quickness that Tyrone Hill has, and Matt Geiger, your eyes have to light up when you see big country guard. And here's a guy that moves slow laterally. And then all of a sudden, man, you've got the quickness to blow by him. You can get him in foul trouble quickly.
The quickness had been eluding Matt when he first came back from the knee surgery, but looking very frisky here in the first quarter. Abdur-Rahim beyond his range, so he dips in and gets 2. Sharif Abdur-Rahim, the second field goal from 4.
Not going to shoot many three-pointers. Gets about 1 per game. Shoots about 25% from beyond, but 45% when he dips inside the line.
Iverson, that's Geiger hitting the floor. 10 to shoot for the Sixers. Allen into action against Lopez. Dazzling. Gives it up to Snow. 4 to shoot. Eric for the deuce. Geiger in one motion. And finally pulled down by Abdur-Rahim with under 3 to go here in the first. 23-10 Sixers. Iverson the swipe. Springs Snow to 3-on-2. Eric trying to make it happen with Lynch. And finally Parks crashing for the Grizzlies.
3-on-2 opportunity by the 76ers. Vancouver hustling back, though, getting into the play.
Sixers with a foul to give. The Grizzlies in the penalty. Good look at Abdur-Rahim for Long after his own miss. And Grant Long, his first bucket as a member of the Vancouver Grizzlies. His 11th year out of Eastern Michigan.
Nice pickup by Vancouver. I like his work ethic. Just a solid offensive player, not going to dazzle you much, but just a good, solid defender as well. Come to work every single night.
Allen Iverson now with 7. The Sixer margin 13. They have led since the opening tip. Bibby.
Wow.
I've heard a few times here in the first quarter, an easy bucket for the Grizzlies.
Worked off that mid-screen, taking it all the way to the hoop. No help coming from top or the weak side. Bibby must have looked at that and said, man, this is a wide open layup. And Larry Brown said, you know what, guys, let's talk about this just a little bit. Want to talk about that last play and find out what happened. Get some new troops in there. Our guys might be a little tired.
And the Grizzlies right now amidst a 6-2 run. Matt Geiger very much alive here in the first quarter. 7 points and 4 rebounds. Part of a 65% shooting effort for the Sixers here in the first quarter.
Great work in the low post. You see where he catches it? He does a great job of catching that thing inside the big block. And then as soon as he makes his turn on the fadeaway, he's about 8 feet away. That gives you the confidence to step out and knock down the 18-footer. And then Matt Geiger also was able to put it on the floor. A couple dribbles to his left, draw the contact. Matt Geiger 3 for 5, 7 points. As you said, Mark, 4 rebounds. And take a look at what Big Country's done. No points, 0 for 4, 1 rebound. And those numbers there are coach killers.
Well, the 76ers, there are 11 field goals, 9 assists. Vancouver yet to have an assist here. How about Chicago last night? Only 3 assists, tying a low in an NBA game in the league's history. 3 assists.
Jerry Krause has to be loving that, doesn't he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, buddy. I tore that team up. I got rid of Mike, Scotty, Dennis for this. What am I, nuts? Send me off right now. Put me in the jacket. What was I thinking of?
Todd McCullough got to come in for Matt Geiger. Nice night last night. You're seeing Todd's parents right there, Sandy and Lois McCullough, who we hope to speak with coming up at halftime. Todd, I guess, kind of an offbeat character, and we'll probe the parents and find out exactly why. Here are the Sixers now out of the timeout. Iverson against the New York City native Lopez, who tried to take the charge. Billy Owens into the game for the first time. Hill missing, rips down his own miss, can't put it back, and it was long for the Grizzlies. Under 90 seconds to play here in the first. Sixer lead is 11, as large as 15 here in the first. Gibby with 8 of the Grizzlies' 14. The average is 12. An 8-2 Vancouver run. McCullough in deep against Parks. Off the fingertips and out of bounds. Sixers, their second turnover of the quarter. 3 on the Grizzlies. Abdur-Rahim now testing Owens. Foul on the floor, says Tom Washington, so don't count the field goal. And in fact, the Sixers had one to give here. So the Grizzlies will inbound.
Good move by Abdur-Rahim. Was able to put the ball on the floor, the crossover move, and that left the middle wide open, but the foul occurred before the takeoff. So Vancouver with the ball on the side.
And an opportunity here for the 2-for-1. Abdur-Rahim locking horns with Owens. Hill joining. Like Parks here over the top. That's the call. Cherokee Parks, his 5th year out of Duke, 6'11", 230. His 3rd team in 5 years. George Lynch returning for the 76ers. He's in to relieve Tyrone Hill, who sits with 5 points. And Larry Hughes, part of a nice bench effort last night by the Sixers. Larry dropping a dozen, and he's in to get Allen Iverson. Sits with 7 on 3 for 4 from the field. Todd McCullough after the loose ball foul on Parks, stepping to the strike for 2. 10 points last night for Todd in 11 action-packed minutes before more than 40 family and friends. And an interesting comment, Steve, from Coach Larry Brown, who says he can't be afraid to play Todd McCullough. Can't worry about the matchup. Just let the rookie get in there and do his thing.
Well, you know, the problem you have right now, it's working out well because you have 3 big men. But when Theo Ratliff comes back, Todd will probably drop the 4th, be less minutes for him. But still, as a player, you still have to make the most of the minutes that are given you by a coach, and certainly Todd McCullough last night making the most of his 11 minutes. 7th time in double figures for the Sixers this year.
Aaron McKee spelling Eric Snow. Michael Dickerson, his first field goal. He's 3rd on the team in scoring, 15 per night. About a 4-second difference between the clocks. Dickerson stripping Hughes. Abdur-Rahim wants Owens. Grizzlies a late run here to make the first quarter respectable, and the fans are into it now. A 12-2 Vancouver run. And now the Sixers turn it over again, and with 6.7 to go, Grizzlies call the 22nd timeout.
Well, Lionel Hollins, after the turnover by the Sixers, wants to make sure the troops know exactly what he wants to run. Here's the strip. Abdur-Rahim picks it up. He's going to take it all the way. There's the crossover move. Once he saw the opening, takes it to the hoop, lays it in with the right hand, and then there's the turnover out of bounds. 6.7 seconds to go. Plenty of time for a couple screens and a couple dribbles.
Sixers, who really opened up this game, shooting extremely well. Only 1 field goal now in their last 4 minutes of action. Lionel Hollins studied for this job for 12 seasons as an assistant, 10 years as a player, playing for, among others, Jack Ramsey, of course, the champion Portland team of '77. His Grizzlies here with another opportunity to cash in, trailing the Sixers by 5. 6.7 remaining in the first. Dickerson has Geiger. Matt coming down with a miss, and that'll do it. Sixers by as many as 15 in the first quarter, leading from the opening tip. They're up 5 after 1. The second quarter right after this. It's being brought to you in part by the people inspired to build vehicles for your mind and heart. Nissan Driven. By Penn Orthopedics, more doctors, more experience, more choices. And by Dodge, do not follow, do not conform, be different. Oh, Steve Mix marks him up tonight here in Vancouver. The Grizzlies started the quarter shooting 2 for 12. They finish it shooting 7 for 10 as we ask you to ask us a question courtside. You can do it, you know. ABS Cannon presents Ask Mark and Steve. Go to the Sixers webpage, Sixers.com. Email us a question courtside, time permitting an answer. Later on tonight. Sixers breaking a 3-game road losing streak with their victory last night against Seattle, 92-86. Terrific defensive effort by the Sixers, holding the Sonics to a season-low 33% from the field. The Sixers, for the first 7 or 8 minutes of the first quarter, an excellent defensive effort, and then the Grizzlies scrambled back into it. Now the Sixers by 5 as we begin the second. Bibby probing, Reeves struggling, got 2 right there. Brian Reeves had 14 and 9 last night in the loss at Denver, his best performance since coming back from the injury list a couple of weeks ago. Key testing Bibby, holding about 4 inches. This is Owens for 2. Billy, solid performance last night as part of that excellent bench effort. Owens dropping 9. A foul here on Larry Hughes, trying to keep up with Michael Dickerson. For Hughes, his first, and the first on the team.
Vancouver had a nice closing 4 or 5 minutes for that first quarter mark. They started off 2 for 9. 76ers opened up the quarter. Great defense. And then Vancouver finished it up 7 of 15.
Abdur-Rahim attracted all the attention, and that freed up Reeves. And that's 2 straight field goals for him. So the Sixer lead down to 3. Tiger with Reeves on his back. McKee in breakdown mode, gives it up. Owens for 2. Long. Outduels Lynch for that one. Bibby, the Grizzlies looking alive now. Abdur-Rahim for 2 more. Suddenly the Grizzlies, who were delayed in their travel last night, like the Sixers busing up from Seattle because of fog. The Grizzlies in Denver last night landing in Seattle, then busing up, so they got to bed very late. Now they have their legs. And that's Abdur-Rahim, their leading rebounder, off the Geiger miss. And you know what? They can go in front.
Yeah, they can. It's been a 6-2 run here to open up the second quarter.
The air ball by Long. Reeves got it 2 and a foul.
Big Country coming alive here in the second quarter. Struggled big time in the first quarter. Got all 3 baskets here in the second. He's got 6 points. And now Vancouver, after the ball was bounced around, gets the basket. And that's our Toyota turning point so far, and then completes the 3-point play. Vancouver up a deuce.
Grizzlies 7 straight, all by Reeves. Lynch has Bibby on a switch. Big Country looming with help. That means McKee is free to drain 2. Aaron McKee, 1 field goal last night, but very timely.
Huge. Tied it up at 83. $1:13 to go. Big basket by Aaron McKee.
Here he locks it up to 29. Abdur-Rahim on a switch has McKee, so he takes him. Lynch finally comes down with a miss for the Sixers. 2.5 gone here in the second. And a whistle from Tom Washington from the far side of the floor. We have a foul here coming up on Grant Long of the Grizzlies. Will come back here to tie it up. New year. Actually, once they return home after this West Coast swing, they have 6 of 7 at the beautiful First Union Center, including 4 straight. January 3rd, Milwaukee, the 5th against Golden State. Sunday, January 9th, Kevin Garnett and Minnesota. Call Ticketmaster 215-336-2000. By the way, Grant Long not called for a foul, but the illegal defense. So the first on the Grizzlies. Sixers get it back here at 14 to shoot. Dennis Scott, the 10-year veteran out of Georgia Tech, wearing number 9, in for the first time. And immediately he is penciled in for a personal foul. Allen Iverson was 3 for 4 for 7 in the first 11 minutes of the first quarter. Comes back and he's in for George Lynch. So Aaron McKee here to quarterback for the Flight Brothers, with Allen Iverson and Larry Hughes, Matt Geiger and Billy Owens rounding out the quintet for the Sixers. Tied at 29. Sixers up in this one, 23-8 right out of the gate.
It's been a nice little run by Vancouver, outscoring Philly 21-5. But a nice move by Aaron McKee as the 76ers flatten it out for Aaron. Take the defensive player off the dribble. I'm not sure whether that was played by design or it just ended up that way, but Aaron McKee noticed it quickly. Was able to take the defensive player, boom, right off the dribble quick, take it to the hoop, draw the contact. Take a look at that play by Aaron. You could see just flattened it out, which opened up the right side off the dribble. And Aaron McKee taking Dennis Scott off the dribble. There's a couple mismatches out there for the Sixers, and I think that's one of them.
Dennis Scott now 2 personal fouls in about 10 seconds of work. Sixers nudge ahead by a bucket.
Scott never known for his defensive abilities.
He is known for his shooting abilities. For the best all time in 3-point shooting. Bibby denied by Iverson. Scott stepping out of bounds. 4 turnovers apiece here in the first half. Sixers will force 18 per night. It's good for 3rd in the NBA. McKee against Dennis Scott. Iverson cannot loosen the grip of Dickerson, so McKee forced to shoot and he misses. Scott posting McKee, and they call the offensive foul on Dennis Scott. It's his third, and he's played a minute.
Going for the record.
So Lionel Hollins will have to go to his bench and remove Dennis Scott.
Well, Dennis Scott waving to Lionel Hollins saying, you know what, I'm okay, don't worry about it, I won't pick up number 4. Lionel says, you know what, I've seen enough already.
Ironically, Scott originally signing here in Vancouver because of his longtime relationship in Orlando with Coach Brian Hill, dismissed more than a week and a half ago. Good off-the-ball defense on Dickerson, denying Iverson. So now Geiger trying to make it happen against Reeves. He dips in and gets 2. Nifty play by Matt Geiger. His 4th field goal leads the Sixers with 9. 6 straight for the Sixers. All ahead by 4.
Lights up, Larry! I got you this way. I got you this way.
Bibby from Dickerson. Owens after that ball for the Sixers. Iverson now with Bibby on him, lifting the 3. First of 2 meetings between the teams. Bibby has an alleyway. Reeves slams for 2.
Boy, Mike Bibby, nice point guard for Vancouver. I like what I see every time I watch Mike Bibby play.
4 assists already, averages 7.
Now, Mike Bibby, though, the last 5 games has been averaging 9+ assists, so his assists have been going up.
Iverson going up against Reeves, and he got 2. Allen Iverson, his 4th field goal. He's got 9. The leading vote getter in the East. In all-star voting. He's the leading vote getter among the guards in the Eastern Conference. Now D'ing it up here against Bibby. Dennis Scott, that's for 3. Reeves, after the miss, he was fouled by Geiger, count it. And now going to the line looking for the 3-point play. More coming up right after this.
The screen, Big Country Reeves doing a great job as the shot goes up right here by Dennis Scott. Take a look at the distance here between Matt Geiger and Big Country. Instead of putting the body on Big Country, when you don't put the body on him to box him out, then all of a sudden the big guy can come in and get the offensive rebound. Shot goes up. If everybody puts a body and boxes somebody out, that doesn't happen. Big Country, 11 of Vancouver's 13 points in the quarter. After starting out 0 for 4, he's been 5 for 5. Going to make me eat my words here pretty soon.
Reeves brings the Grizzlies to within 1. Iverson up top for Hughes. Hill. Hughes after the miss, and he puts it back.
That's great hustle by Larry Hughes, getting back into the action after making a good pass before going out of bounds to Tyrone Hill.
Number 5 is Milt Palacio, who was signed as a free agent, an undrafted free agent, into the game now for Vancouver. The illegal defense here against the 76ers, their first.
Well, the Flight brothers were trying to get untracked here in Vancouver, fogged in the last couple days, but there he is, getting the tip in after making a nice pass to Tyrone Hill. It's always nice to see the hustle plays getting back into the action.
Searching for Scott, holding 3 inches on McKee. The double by Iverson. Palacio not a threat to shoot, and he gives it away. Iverson runs with Hughes. Allen takes it all the way in search of the foul. Geiger turning garbage into goal.
Well, that's what Lionel Hollins has to stop right there. Fast break action by the opponent, and then 3 other Sixers hustling down there just in case the shot was missed. As it was, Matt Geiger gets the offensive put in, and then the turnover by Vancouver.
Milt Palacio palming the ball. He's a rookie out of Colorado State. Getting some backup point guard minutes now in place of the veteran Brent Price.
Well, you can see the points off turnover. 7 turnovers for Vancouver, leading to 8 points for the Sixers.
Geiger stepping back from Reeves and getting 2. Matt Geiger, his best first half of the year, his best half of any kind this year.
Absolutely. Having a wonderful half. 6 of 10. He's got 13 points and a handful of rebounds as well.
Sixers now by 7. Harrington searching for Reeves. Denied by Geiger. Scott denied an opportunity for 3. So that rare drive by Dennis Scott. Scott, some injury problems earlier this year, spending the first month on the injury list with a hamstring. Iverson testing Dickerson. Hill and Reeves by 4. To the floor it goes. Tyrone wanted it more. Then he lost it. Reeves comes up with it. Palacio for Scott. Geiger in the weeds. Hughes bursting in. Goes against Harrington. Sixers have the numbers here if McKee can ever get started. Now we have a whistle and a foul. Milt Palacio, the personal foul, as Sharif Abdur-Rahim re-enters for the Grizzlies. And Eric Snow returns for the 76ers. He's in for Aaron McKee. McKee sitting with 4 and a couple of assists. 4.5 to play in the first half. Hill works it around Reeves. Abdur-Rahim breaks for the Grizzlies. Palacio. Sixer lead is 5. Geiger contends with Reeves with a left hand for 2. Matt Geiger with 15 of the Sixers' 43. 6 straight now for Matt. Palacio getting free and getting 2.
Well, Matt Geiger just 2 points short here of a season high. He's got a season high of 17. As you said, Mark, he's got 15 already. Tremendous half by Matt Geiger. Continue to hustle there, young man. Get the easy ones.
Iverson, backdoor, it's open. Shut by Reeves and a foul coming up. It is on Big Country, and that's personal number 3.
Might have to agree with the fans on that one. It looked like Big Country was there, but Allen Iverson just bouncing off of Big Country. That's a big guy to hit.
It's a whole country.
Yeah, it's a big country. And Lionel Allen talking to the official now saying, okay, sure looked like my guy was there, but Allen Iverson, doesn't matter. He's going to the line to shoot 2, makes the first one. Sixers up 4.
For only the second and third times, Allen Iverson going to the line. He's got 11 in the game. The Sixers nudge ahead by 5. 3:20 to go here in the first half. Snow aiming to take the charge. Instead, we have a foul on Eric Snow. It's the first on Eric. Each team in the penalty is Grant Long. Re-enters. And he's in to get Reeves, who sits with the 3 personal fouls, doing some serious damage after missing his first 4, hitting 5 straight. And he's got a dozen. And Mike Bibby is back in, replacing Milt Palacio. Grizzlies here with 16 to shoot. Todd McCullough returning for the Sixers for Matt Geiger. Loose ball, Lynch, and Long falling over Lynch. And the foul on George. 2 on Lynch, as mentioned. Both teams in the penalty with 3 and change to go in the first half.
Good hustle on everybody's part. George Lynch diving on the floor. There's Grant Long getting down to dig it out. From a coach's standpoint, I mean, you don't like to see the fouls, but you love the hustle.
I guess if you were to equate this move with something Toronto has done, they signed Charles Oakley a couple of years ago. Now And I guess Vancouver going out, getting themselves a veteran power forward. Actually, Grant Long was penciled in to start. It remains to be seen if he supplants O'Fella Harrington.
Well, I think if you're Lionel Hollins and talking to him a little bit before the game, you like veterans on the team. Now, is Grant Long going to be the guy for you? Time will tell. But Lionel said before the game he does like the veterans.
Harrington against Hill. He's looking for the call. McCullough was fouled earlier. No whistle. Iverson the shovel for Hill. Knocked away. It goes out of bounds, and the Sixers will keep it. And they will take possession after the ensuing timeout. They're up 4 under 3 to go here in the first. Tomorrow, here in this very building, against the Canucks. That'll be Wednesday at 10 o'clock. The action where else on Comcast Sportsnet. At Geiger, a sparkling first half for the Sixers. 2 away from that season high, and still another half to play. 7 for 11 from the field. He has also snatched 5 rebounds. Here are the Sixers here out of the timeout. Searching for and finding Iverson. Dickerson on him. Harrington knocks it away. Allen comes down with a loose ball. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies.
Surprising stat early on, Mark. Vancouver outscoring the Sixers in the paint 32-16. Sixers jump shots falling. Iverson gives it up. Bibby runs it against Snow and Lynch, forcing the issue, and now he'll go to the line for 2. The personal Eric Snow, his second. Michael Bibby pushing the basketball. Couple good in and out dribbles to get by a very good defensive player in Eric Snow, and then taking it to the hoop, drawing the foul, makes the first one. Mike Bibby so far, very good first half, 4 for 9. He's got 9 points. Got a chance to get in double figures. Got 4 assists as well.
And very much a point guard in the true sense of the word.
Absolutely. Guy that can score, but a guy that thinks pass first, set up his teammates before anything else.
Sixer lead here reduced to 2. McCullough.
Not a great set by the 76ers.
But we do have the illegal defense here against Vancouver. They're second, so the tee to be shot here by the Sixers. And they get the ball back as well. It comes with 2:07 to go in the first half, and the Sixer lead at 2, 45-43. And Iverson now with a dozen.
It was just one of those possessions you look at and you say, man, we've got guys standing next to each other. We've got nowhere to pass the ball, and we lucked out. We've got an illegal defense.
Iverson faking on Dickerson. Hill, fingertip control. Sixers here control with a fresh 24 under 2 minutes now remaining here in the second. Snow for McCullough, batted away by Long. Abdur-Rahim lost it. Lynch, Sixers breaking. Iverson for McCullough. Nicely done by Allen Iverson, allowing Todd McCullough to slam before family and friends.
And that brings Larry Brown, John Calipari off the bench, saying, you know what, that's a great play by Allen Iverson.
Now McCullough dealing with Grant Long, who uses his quickness there against the 7-foot McCullough. And the foul coming up on Todd McCullough.
Long outlet pass by George Lynch to Allen Iverson, who could have had the 2, but you know what? Very unselfish play by Allen Iverson to give the ball up to Big Mac for the jam. Sixers up 5, $1:18 to go.
Again at halftime, we hope to have Sandy and Lois McCullough, parents of Todd. Key Lynham also anchoring back in our studios in Philadelphia. Rick Dickerson now giving way to Felipe Lopez. By the way, Billy Owens and Aaron McKee have returned. George Lynch and Eric Snow respectively. Long, his Grizzlies debut tonight. Harrington bursting in for Vancouver. They have a fresh 24. The Sixer lead right now is 4. Abdur-Rahim has a mismatch with McKee. Harrington searching for some points. Ball knocked away and out of bounds, and it belonged to the Sixers. Fella Harrington scoreless tonight. He is second on the team, over 15 per night.
And you ask me if Grant Long's going to supplant him? You keep going scoreless, you'll be out in a hurry.
Iverson hitting the wood. And a foul coming up on Harrington. And for Othella Harrington, it's personal number 3.
Back screen on Harrington by Allen Iverson. Love to watch the little in-games that are played amongst the guys around the court as the big picture is going on. Allen Iverson makes the first one.
Talk about convergence. Harrington and Iverson, former mates at Georgetown, as Duke's Cherokee Parks is in, replacing Harrington. Dickerson returns. Felipe Lopez on a short rope back to the bench. Allen Iverson, an opportunity to extend the Sixer lead by 1 more. Allen with 14. He and Geiger with 29 of the Sixers' 50. They're up 6. And a 2-for-1 here facing the Grizzlies. Abdur-Rahim. His 5th field goal for 10. Sixers here would have to hurry for the 2-for-1. McCullough in action against Parks. We got a piece of it. Bibby, McKee tracking him. Trailing is Dickerson. And it's Bibby for 2 more. The statement by the Grizzlies. They pulled it within 4. The shot clock was unplugged. Make it 2 now at 50-48. Sixers here to hold for 1. Into the hands of Iverson versus Dickerson. Allen for 2. Long pulls it away for Vancouver, and that'll do it. The Sixers by as many as 15 in the first quarter. Matt Geiger leading the way for them, dropping 15. But the Grizzlies with late quarter runs in each of the first 2 quarters to make it very respectable. Halftime tonight in Vancouver, it's the 76ers 50 and the Grizzlies 48. Our halftime show commences in just a moment.
Including a Christmas Day victory over the rival Knicks. We take you to the United Center for the pictures of this one as Reggie Miller has a nice look inside to Rick Smits, who's wide open.
6 for 6 after starting the game. 0 for 4. He's dropped 14.
Well, Vancouver started the ball game, Mark, 2 for 9, 22%. Since then, they are 19 of 33, 58%. That includes the basket right there by Big Country.
5 to shoot for Eric Snow and the Sixers. It's Bibby, the floorboard for the Grizzlies. Bibby in the backcourt with Dickerson. Reeves in the middle with Harrington and Abdur-Rahim. Hill off the Dickerson miss. Dickerson, their 3rd leading scorer on the season, now 1 for 5. Iverson testing Dickerson, gives it up. Eric Snow dipping in. Lynch rescues him. Right back up. Pulled away by Sharif Abdur-Rahim, his 8th rebound. He averages 11, putting him in the top 10 in the NBA. This is Abdur-Rahim. Reeves corrals it for Vancouver in a 50-50 tie. Bibby, the pump and run with Snow. Abdur-Rahim. Nicely done by Sharif Abdur-Rahim. He's got a dozen. The Grizzlies, who started so miserably, now out shooting the Sixers 49% to 46.5%. Iverson in a crowd, gave it up to Hill. who couldn't finish the job. Out of bounds it goes, and the Sixers will keep it. Good look by Iverson to Tyrone Hill. Still thinking about that one. Sixers have it here with a fresh 24. Lynch off the Hill miss. Paybacks for Iverson, who got two. Nicely done by George Lynch.
That's great hustle by George. Coming down with another offensive board. George Lynch, the best offensive rebounder on the Sixers team, pulling down a little bit better than 3 per game.
Bibby, making the look to his left and finishing the job.
Boy, that's an easy one. That's the second time Mike Bibby has been able to get into the paint and just lay it up with nobody coming.
Iverson for 2. Sixers down 2. That 15-point first quarter lead, a distant memory. Bibby shakes away from Snow, gives it up to Reeves.
Well, after starting off 0 for 4, as we've said a couple times here tonight, Big Country has knocked down 7 of 7. 12-2 run now by Vancouver, who find themselves up 4.
That's their largest lead of the night. Iverson probing, forced to give it up. Gets it back. That's for 3. Brought down by Harrington. Dickerson for 3.
Timeout.
For the time being, the Vancouver Grizzlies are putting into the Sixers a 15-2 run going back to the second quarter. Get married or renew your wedding vows at a Sixers game, believe it or not. A half-court, halftime wedding, Tuesday, February 15th. Bob Eubanks is going to be there. Call the 76ers, 215-339-7610 for more information.
The long 3-ball by Dickerson. All cotton, and that caused Larry Brown to get the timeout. Mike Bibby pushing the basketball up. Dickerson stopping. The release, the follow-through is all laced for Dickerson. And the Vancouver Grizzlies, 5 of 7 to open up the third. 76ers, 1 of 8.
That was the first 3-pointer of the game. Sixers 0 for 3 from beyond. And a whistle here, and a foul coming up on one of the Grizzlies. It looks to be Othello Harrington. It is, and that's personal number 4 on the starting power forward for Lionel Hollins. First on the Grizzlies as a team. Lynch, the former Grizzly, getting help from Geiger. Good setup of Hill. What a look by George Lynch. His 4th assist of the night.
That was an excellent find by George Lynch. Just when the Sixers needed a bucket, George Lynch comes up big, finds Tyrone underneath for the layup.
Sixers down 5. Snow stride for stride with Bibby. Hill the help. Harrington is open, reluctant because he's yet to hit a shot. He's now 1 for 3. He averages 15. Grizzlies matching their largest lead again. Geiger, good look by Lynch, who's suddenly playing setup man. Geiger leads the Sixers with 17.
Season high in assists for George is 6.
Reeves looking for the Bibby miss. Instead, Hill runs it down for the Sixers. We're down 5. Geiger, the choice again. Bangs away with Harrington. Suddenly, Harrington gave up defensively, but Matt couldn't can. Dickerson, another 3. I'm telling you. Harrington, the floorboard for the Grizzlies. No new shot clock, and never drew iron, so 8 to shoot for Vancouver. Abdur-Rahim, what a move by Sharif Abdur-Rahim.
Boy, that is a quick move off the spin to the hoop, getting the jam on a couple of Sixers players. And Lionel Hollins up cheering his team on right now. 2 and 2 since Lionel took over.
Geiger the bump and run with Reeves and a foul.
Everybody's saying that Abdur-Rahim walked. Let's watch, as this is our Pico Energy, high energy play of the game. He made the spin while he was dribbling the ball, so there was no call, no walk. And Abdur-Rahim just making a great move there, getting the jam. Matt Geiger now, 20 points.
And that's a season high.
Season high. He was bumped on the shot by Big Country.
Sixers close it to 4. Approaching the halfway point of the third. Reeves and Geiger, and away they go. Iverson thinking about the swipe. 5 to shoot for Reeves, who hit another one.
Well, that swallow you hear is probably my pride, as I was killing the big guy in the first quarter. But he's definitely making me eat my words here since that point.
He has hit 8 straight for the field. Iverson trying to shake free of Dickerson. He does, and he gets 2. Allen Iverson, his 6th field goal. He's dropped 18. Sixers down 4 again. Abdur-Rahim with an alleyway. Brought down by Lynch. Sixers a 4-on-3. Iverson, a rope from Snow. That went well over Iverson's head and out of bounds.
That's a tough pass to Allen Iverson. Allen's got some great ups, but that's a tough pass, throwing it to the 6-footer, running to the hoop.
Billy Owens relieving Tyrone Hill. Sixers still down 4. Geiger now fronting Reeves in the post. Dickerson looking that way, so is Biddy. Now they go at it again. Reeves finally a miss. Owens and Long going for the rebound, and Grant Long is called for holding Billy Owens.
Good battle going on underneath with Grant Long and Billy Owens, both of them trying to get position for the offensive rebound or defensive rebound, depending on the side of the ball that you're on. Grant Long called for the hold.
His first, the 3rd on the team. Sixers yet commit a team foul. Iverson shakes around Dickerson, nearly spins home a miracle. Abdur-Rahim wrestles away his 10th rebound. Bibby up top for Dickerson. Wow.
That's an excellent find by Bibby. Dickerson coming in from the right side. He's got great ups as well. Just grabs it, takes it to the rim, and throws it down.
Sixers down 6. They find Owens, who delivers 2. Billy, a 2nd field goal for 4. He averages 7 in 24 minutes per night. Iverson looking for the steal now. Dickerson, the good shooter, is open. Sixers dodge a bullet as Long is fouled. The loose ball foul coming up on the Sixers' Billy Owens.
Yeah, we had the last possession when those two guys were fighting for it. The offensive foul was called on Grant Long. This time, both guys are fighting, and it was called on Billy Owens. So that's going to be a fun battle to watch for the next few minutes.
At Geiger, Bryant Reeves starting centers tonight. Geiger with 20, Reeves with 18. Their battle to be renewed. In the meantime, Hill is in for Geiger. Cherokee Parks, number 1, comes on. Big Country. Abdur-Rahim. Here come the Sixers under 4 to go. They're down 4. Job by Dickerson. Stopped foray by Iverson. Lynch in search of Hill. Long to the wood. The foul on Tyrone Hill.
The elbow to the head by Tyrone Hill. See, that's the toughness that Vancouver didn't have in the low post on defense. But Grant Long will give him that kind of toughness.
He's a warrior.
Yep.
6'9", 250. Signed as a free agent during the summer. This is Long. Dickerson, 5 to shoot for the Grizzlies. The spin around Snow. Called in by Owens. Sixers still down 4. And Eric thought he had a pass there and suddenly had to give up the dribble lest he turn it over. Now Iverson gets away from Dickerson, who blocks the shot. Allen gets it back, misses. Owens pulls it down for the Sixers and puts it back. Billy with 6 under 3 to go here in the third. The Sixers now down 2. Bibby cannot escape the pull of Snow. Abdur-Rahim had it knocked away by the Sixers and out of bounds. Vancouver left with 5 to shoot. They lead the Sixers by a bucket.
Jumped all over Vancouver to take a 23-8 lead, but since that time it has been Vancouver 59-42 over the Sixers, who right now hold a 2-point advantage over Philadelphia. Matt Geiger, season high 20 points for Matt, and Matt Geiger doing an outstanding job. 9 of 14, 5 boards to go along with those 20 points.
A rest right now for Matt. His counterpart Bryant Reeves, almost equal to him tonight with 18, resting on the Vancouver bench. The Grizzlies have missed 5 of their last 6, allowing the Sixers to pull to within 2. 4 to shoot for Vancouver. Dickerson working against McKee, jacks it up. Owens, another rebound for the Sixers. McKee in there now, running for Eric Snow. Iverson backdoor, it was open temporarily off of Bibby, and now the Grizzlies have it. Bibby nearly finished. Hill has Iverson, parks in the weeds, gives it up to Lynch for 2, and we're tied at 67.
It's a nice pass by Allen Iverson to find George Lynch on the opposite side. And George knows what to do with it when he gets it that close. Power it to the rim.
Dickerson, quite a play by Dickerson, getting around both McKee and Hill. Dickerson coming alive here in the second half. He's got 11. Sixers down 2 into the hands of Iverson. Dickerson keeping watch on him. Allen forced to his left. He goes that way. 69-67 Vancouver, under 90 seconds to go in the third.
Allen Iverson 2 for his last 8. Vancouver doing a nice job on Allen. Primarily Dickerson.
Abdur-Rahim face to face with Lynch. 6 to shoot. The late double by Owens, and the traveling violation on Abdur-Rahim as he heard the footsteps of Billy Owens.
Actually, that walking call helped the 76ers because Allen Iverson was playing the passing lane. He had the pick on the pass off the double team.
Matt Geiger, who has been a beacon tonight for the Sixers, dropping the season high 20. Returns for Tyrone Hill. Hill pulling 8 rebounds tonight. The Sixers losing the battle of the boards by 2 to the Grizzlies, who, although an improved rebounding team, not one of the better ones in the NBA, as McKee posting Bibby and a foul.
We saw this matchup in the first half. Michael Bibby guarding Aaron McKee, and I'm surprised we didn't see Aaron McKee in the low post. First time we've seen Aaron down there being guarded by Bibby. There's the turnaround jump shot and the foul. Aaron McKee with the size and the strength over Bibby. Take advantage of those situations while you have those matchups. Larry Brown doing a good job there, getting Aaron McKee down quickly into the low post.
Two for McKee, capping an 8-2 Sixer run. And we're locked at 69, a 2-for-1 here facing the Grizzlies. By the way, something to think about. Sixers here with a foul to give. Abdur-Rahim, Lynch with him step for step. Geiger helped his 2, but Abdur-Rahim has his way. He's got a double-double tonight, no surprise. He averages 22 and 11. He's got 16 and 10.
Well, he's 16th in the league in scoring, 6th in rebounding, so it's not surprising, is it?
Iverson, that's for 3. Brought down by Bibby. Got a 7-second difference between the clocks of the Sixers hoping for a last look. Reeves in a scramble with Iverson. And a loose ball foul coming up on Reeves. And for Bryant Reeves now, I believe that's personal number 5.
Lionel Howland not real happy with this call. Gambling with Reeves. Boy, that's a bad call by the official. The official said Reeves threw the left arm. No going there. I happen to agree this time. Well, I don't agree with him very often.
And potentially a very big call because Reeves has been a monster in the paint for the Grizzlies all night long. Picking up his 5th personal foul and still more than a quarter of basketball remaining. Reeves continues a dialogue along with his head coach Lionel Hollins meeting with Scott Wall. Eric Snow in the meantime returns for the 76ers.
Well, let's take a look. The left arm being extended into Allen Iverson's back. So the official with the correct call. Second time I'm going to eat bird tonight, I guess.
Dennis Scott, the 3-point specialist, is in for Felipe Lopez. A cameo there for Lopez. Iverson taking 8 of those 18 fouls for the Sixers. He's now 8 for 9 in all. He and Geiger, 20-20 vision in the box score. We are locked at 71. The clocks here are virtually identical. The Grizzlies here to ring it out with Bibby at the controls. Bibby has Owens on a switch. 2 to shoot. Gets it off. Long a tip, and that'll do it. So the 76ers, who trailed at halftime, come back to tie it after 3 quarters of play from GM Place here in Vancouver. We are locked up at 71 in the 4th quarter here on Comcast Sportsnet right after this. Local Delaware Valley Volvo dealer, Volvo for life. And by Mountain Dew, who reminds you to do the do. ABS Cannon brings you Ask Mark and Steve. Go to the Sixers webpage, email us a question, courtside, time permitting, and answer later on tonight. Along with Steve Nicks, Mark Subot tonight here on Comcast Sportsnet. 3 quarters complete. Allen Iverson missing 7 of his last 8. And a stunner here for the Grizzlies, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, who has gone to the line this year more than 2 times any other Grizzly yet to shoot from the stripe tonight.
Vancouver taking the 2nd and 3rd quarters. Philadelphia the 1st. Major quarter coming up here for the Sixers, because they're going to have to do it on the defensive end. That's what wins ball games for this team. Vancouver right now shooting 48%. And they held Seattle last night to 33%.
Running Bibby with Dickerson, Long, Scott, and Abdur-Rahim up front. This is Abdur-Rahim. Tough shot against Lynch. Long, his first game as a member of the Grizzlies, coming off the injured list and making a clear impact tonight. Abdur-Rahim, Hill locking on the hand, Lynch the help. Bibby steps in, gets 2. He's got a double-double tonight, 16 and 11 assists. Sixers down a deuce. A minute and change gone here in the 4th. McKee holding 4 inches on Bibby, posting him and hitting. Aaron, his 2nd field goal. He's got 8.
Well, not only are you trying to gain points off that maneuver with Aaron McKee down low, but you're also succeeding in keeping Bibby running 94 feet, not allowing him to get out and get some nice runs going to the hoop.
Abdur-Rahim bumping with Owens and having his way. Sharif. Abdur-Rahim with 18.
This is the quarter that Lionel Hollins says, I need my stars to step up. He says you've got three kind of players. You've got the stars, you've got the subs, and you got the bums. He says, I want my stars to step up and play and win games for me.
Billy Owens stepping up here with his 4th field goal in 5 tries. He's got 8. Still locked at 75. Abdur-Rahim, the man here in Vancouver. Lynch, the bump and grind with him, and Abdur-Rahim continues to pound them home for the Grizzlies. He's 10 for 17. He's dropped 20. He is the cornerstone here in Vancouver. Again, the post to McKee as they filter the offense through him. Hill denied. The pass for Lynch is stolen by Long. Scott for 3. Over the top it goes, and the Sixers, trailing here by 2, will get it back. A little more than 2.5 gone in the 4th. Only appearance in Philadelphia. That'll be Sunday, January 9th. Great seats remain. Call or visit Ticketmaster. The number, by the way, 215-336-2000. Lionel Hollins saw his starting center moments ago go to the locker room. Bryant Reeves has got 5 personal fouls. A twisted back, but he is scheduled to return. As we return to action here out of the timeout, Sixers down 2. Long helping Lopez into the game with Iverson. Allen with the high beams on. Lopez right with him. McKee, tough shot. And Scott has it for the Grizzlies. 3 and change gone. We're in the 4th. The Sixers at one time leading 23-8. The Grizzlies came back before the end of the 1st quarter, and it's been rubber band tight ever since as Lopez makes his way in, but lost the handle.
The pick and roll on the right side. Lopez gets into the paint, but loses control of the basketball. Turnover, Vancouver. Sixers with a chance to tie.
Lynch off the Iverson miss. Allen thinking 3. Lopez reattaches himself to him. Sixers set it up again. A healthy 3 by Iverson that time. Owens comes down with it for the Sixers. It's 77-75 Vancouver. Now back to McKee, resuming his one-on-one with Bibby. Scott the help. Owens for 3. Got it down. Billy Owens hitting the 3-pointer. Hasn't hit one in a while.
Well, when you give your opponent a couple extra opportunities, they generally will step up and make you pay for it. Billy Owens dropping down the 3-ball to give the Sixers a 1-point lead.
And that's Lynch off the Abdur-Rahim miss. Billy Owens now with 11.
7:40 to go. We'll see who comes out on top and who has the heart as the Sixers dug down deep, coming up with the defensive board, pushed it up, got Tyrone Hill the ball, lead by 3. Difference of tonight's ball game, it has to be bench points as Billy Owens drops the 3-ball to give the Sixers a 3-point advantage, as the Sixers bench outscoring the opponent's bench once again tonight, as they did last night in Seattle. 23-10 right now with 7.5 to go. You can add to that. Sixers bench doing a great job tonight.
Allen Iverson, who has missed 9 of his last 10 to the Sixer bench. Owens fouling Scott in the act, sending Dennis to the line for a pair. Owens his 3rd. And only the 1st on the Sixers. The Grizzlies without a team foul here. Dennis Scott getting another. Larry Brown here resting Allen Iverson. But the vision he had in mind when he acquired Billy Owens. during the summer coming to fruition with that big three-pointer moments ago. But plenty of business to take care of. The Sixer lead is one on a rope. Snow for McKee. Count it, and a foul. Personal Felipe Lopez. Aaron McKee marches to the line looking for the three-point play.
Aaron McKee setting the screen down low. Bullet pass to Aaron McKee, who takes it to the hoop and jams. Foul on Lopez. Lopez had no idea where the basketball was at that stage. And that's an excellent pass by Eric Snow. Well, how many times have we seen that play where you run a guy off and then boom, the defensive player leans out ever so slightly, and there's the fine pass.
For Snow, his 8th assist of the night. Hill against Harrington, who has returned.
Did he call it, you think?
Absolutely not.
From the baseline, the kiss off the glass? I think you're right. The president of the bank had gone home, locked the door, everything else, so the banks weren't open.
McKee now contending with Lopez. Hill off the fingernails and out of bounds. 6:29 remaining. We're in the fourth. Sixers by a bucket as Allen Iverson returns. And he is in to get George Lynch. And Michael Dickerson is back for the Grizzlies. And Iverson has him. Dickerson with about a 5-inch advantage on Iverson. Hill bumping Harrington off the post. Gets the pass from Bibby and scores again.
Once again, the pick and roll on the right side. Bibby making the right choice, kicking it back to Harrington. Harrington's dropped his last 2 shots. He's got 6 now. Bibby with 12 assists.
Locked at 83, past the halfway point of the fourth. Hill runs it up against Parks, who comes down with a miss. Grizzlies look to go in front. It's Harrington. Fella Harrington coming alive. 6 straight for him, 8 in all. And the Sixers seeing the Grizzlies nudge ahead by a deuce call time.
It's time now for our Volvo Drive for Life. Tyrone Hill with the basketball in the low post, working on Cherokee Parks. The ball comes off. Parks with the board, kicks it up to Bibby, takes it up the right side, and there's Harrington with the layup. And for Harrington, 6 straight points. And that is our Volvo Drive for Life. Vancouver 6 for 9 this quarter. And the Vancouver Grizzlies doing a good job so far this half on Allen Iverson. He's 2 for 11.
Iverson has it now, drives by Dickerson, sets up Owens, who is hit by Scott. And Billy to the line for 2.
When the shot's not going, how can I help my team win? Well, everybody collapses, and everybody has to be aware of Allen Iverson at all times. As the defense collapses on Allen, who's open? Does a nice job of finding Billy Owens. Billy with 11 points on 5 for 6. As the bench continues to score well. Outscoring Vancouver's bench right now with that made free throw by Billy, 27-12.
Owens, 1 of 2 off the bench at double figures. McKee sitting down moments ago with 11. Owens with 12. It comes loose. Lynch looks to work at the Hill, knocked away out of bounds, and the Sixers will keep it. Good hustle after the missed foul by Hill and Lynch. George Lynch with 11 rebounds.
Just gotta love the way he plays. I mean, he just outworks people.
Owens searching for Snow. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Despite the eyewitness account of more than 14,000 who at GM Place.
Isn't that amazing?
Now some discussion here. Eric Snow is not happy. They're going to give it to Vancouver.
14,000 fans, 1 out. Let's see if we can tell. Not quite sure. Even in slow motion. Looks pretty quick.
Grizzlies by 1. Snow, quick-handed, knocks it away and out of bounds. Vancouver left with 12 to shoot. Sharif Abdur-Rahim. He had the 20 points and the 12 rebounds. Is into Cherokee Park.
Well, he's had his rest for the night. Here's a guy that's 9th in the league in minutes played, almost 39 per game.
Harrington in a war with Hill, now screening for Bibby. Blocked by Owens. 2 to shoot. Bibby in desperation. Iverson up high for the Sixers. Sixers down 1. Allen takes it all the way. Yes! And a foul. Allen Iverson, who has been stone cold silent in the second half, roaring right there.
Well, started on the defensive end, but Allen Iverson is going to finish it. Gets the roll there and fouled on the shot attempt. Sixers up 1. Make it a deuce now. But it starts on the defensive end. As Bibby had his shot blocked, and once he came down with it, 2 seconds to shoot, fired one up. Sixers down with the defensive board, and they were off and running.
Iverson leads them all tonight with 23. They go through Abdur-Rahim. Hill helping Lynch. Bibby for Harrington, 4 to shoot. And Hill hitting Harrington. Don't count the field goal. Instead, we have a personal foul on the Sixers, Tyrone Hill. 3 on Hill, only the second on the Sixers. The Grizzlies here with 3 team fouls. 4:26 to play in the fourth. Grizzlies getting it back here with 14 to shoot. Abdur-Rahim and Lynch resume their war. Owens the double. Scott can't swing it. Good defense by Iverson. 3 to shoot. Lynch blocking Abdur-Rahim. Here come the Sixers. Iverson being tracked by Scott. Got it down.
That's a great job defensively by George Lynch. Rising up, blocking the shot of Abdur-Rahim. That's what it takes to win games.
Abdur-Rahim hit and fouled by Iverson. Allen preventing the field goal, sending Sharif Abdur-Rahim to the line for 2.
Abdur-Rahim taking it to the rack, but there's the block by George Lynch. The hustle, picks up the ball, kicks it up to Allen. The reverse layup gets the bounce, the bucket. Sixers up 4, 3:53 to go. And this is a great little run propelled by the 76ers defense.
Abdur-Rahim, we mentioned earlier, more than twice as many trips to the foul line as opposed to any other Grizzly to the line for the first time tonight. Matt Geiger returns for the Sixers for Billy Owens. Big Country Reeves is in for Vancouver. Reeves, a twisted back earlier.
Take a look at the comparison between Abdur-Rahim and Allen Iverson. Abdur-Rahim winning the scoring so far tonight, but the Sixers winning the battle.
Leading by 2. Iverson gets free. Over Reeves. Iverson pulled it down, took some punishment, and got 2. Allen Iverson has come to life here in the fourth. He's got 27. And the Sixer lead is 4, 3.5 to play in the fourth. Searching for Abdur-Rahim. Lynch on him like a quilt. Bibby, tough shot. Lynch broke it free for Geiger. And the Sixers secure possession. And in no hurry now, protecting 4. Iverson open for 2. Hill broke it free. Reeves secures it for the Grizzlies. Snow has Bibby covered, so it's Abdur-Rahim by Geiger. Snow prevents the field goal. Wow! An offensive foul on Abdur-Rahim. He argues he's got a case.
Yeah, absolutely right. Eric Snow just jumping up in the air to try and block Abdur-Rahim. There's absolutely no way, but certainly we will take it. Here comes Eric Snow jumping over into Abdur-Rahim. Brutal call here in Vancouver. But as I said, Sixers will definitely take the call. One more look at it. Eric Snow just trying to stop Abdur-Rahim. See, now, how do you take a charge while you're jumping in the air? Explain that one to me, to the official. I don't even believe you can take him going left or right, let alone jumping in the air. But George Lynch hits another big shot. Sixers up 6. Great play by the Sixers, winning it on the defensive end right now.
They're up 6. 2 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the fourth. Sixer lead reduced to 4, 2 minutes to play. Iverson in breakdown mode on Dickerson. Gives it up. Geiger. Hill pulls it in. Sixers with a fresh 24 and in no hurry. They hold 4. 93-89. Now Iverson off the ball. Dickerson attached to him. That's for 3. Hill pulls it in again. Tyrone Hill, a mountain of a man here in the fourth quarter. He's got 10 rebounds.
And that brings in Grant Long in a hurry off the bench. Got to get Harrington out of the ballgame if you're Lionel Hollins.
Eric Snow navigates, gives it up. Lynch got it down.
Well, give credit to Tyrone Hill, who just beat Harrington to 2 offensive boards. And there's Larry Brown giving Tyrone Hill a big hug, saying, thank you very much. As you sense that they want to be coaches in the league. And when you realize that the coaches that Lionel Hollins played for, guys like Jack Ramsey, Chuck Daly, Billy Cunningham, Bill Fitch even, you know, that lays a great foundation for you and gives you an awful lot of knowledge. And when that happens and you become an assistant coach, I think your ambitions as an assistant coach should always be to be the head man at some point. And now Lionel Hollins, the head man of the Vancouver Grizzlies, trying to instill confidence in this team that is 6-20 heading into tonight's ball game. Our Cellular One play of the game right there. Eric Snow weaving through the defense of the Vancouver Grizzlies, finding George Lynch for the deuce on the right baseline.
Sixers a 12-4 run in the last 4 and change. Abdur-Rahim not a three-point shooter, missing there. And the Sixers will ring out some clock with a minute to play. They lead by 6. Grizzlies with a foul to give. Snow running into Reeves. Hill is open. And Reeves has it for Vancouver. Grizzlies need a couple of threes. Bibby going for 2. Shakes her off. And a foul.
Holy cow, that one you just let him go. You don't want to come over and foul Bibby. Bibby makes a great move on Eric Snow. Crossover move, getting to the hoop. And there's the foul on Allen Iverson. Man, all of a sudden you're down 4. If you don't foul him, it's a 2-possession game. Bibby can make that, changes things dramatically, and would make it a 1-possession game. But in order to do that, he's got to make it.
Grant Long returning for the Grizzlies. Bibby taking aim at his 19th point. This is it. Lynch and Reeves, and George comes down with a miss, and we have a foul. It is on Reeves, and they'll do it. The starting center for the Grizzlies tonight, who finishes with 18, fouling out 29 minutes.
Well, that was a foul that Vancouver had to give. So you lose your starting center and a guy that played a tremendous second half. And it brings in Harrington who gave up 2 offensive rebounds to Tyrone Hill. And Grant Long's looking at Harrington saying, I've got Tyrone, you take Lynch.
Grizzlies fouling here in the person of Mike Bibby. So with Vancouver now in the penalty, we walk the floor with 33.3 remaining in the fourth.
See, that changes the complexion of the game entirely. When Bibby misses the free throw, it's a 2-possession game. Before the shot by Bibby, Lionel Hollins was saying, don't foul, don't foul. We'll just play it out, see if we can't get the last shot. As soon as you miss that, the coaches have to make a quick decision. Do I want to foul immediately or not? And they did, and Eric Snow misses the first free throw. Still a 2-possession game. Any way you look at it, whether you make this one or not, it's still a 2-possession game.
Dennis Scott, capable of striking from beyond, is in for Othella Harrington. The Grizzlies only a couple of buckets here in the last 5 minutes. One of 2 for Snow. Sixer lead at 5. Bibby to the floor, no call. Dickerson, Iverson attached to him, wildly throws it to Scott. A desperation 3, knocked away by Abdur-Rahim and out of bounds. Sixers hold 5, 19.1 to go. The Grizzlies scrambling and fouling Allen Iverson. Walk the floor again, 17.7 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Well, when you take a look at the matchup between Allen Iverson and Abdur-Rahim, Allen Iverson not only winning the scoring battle now tonight, but also going to win the war overall. It's fun to watch great players play this game. But if you're the Vancouver Grizzlies, they need another half a score or full score somewhere along the line to be competitive. And what I mean by a half a score, a third option in the offense.
And play better defense, something that Lionel Hollins is stressing. Probably too late for this one. His team down 7. Six assists. He has also dropped tonight, tying a season high. So in reality, George 4 assists from a triple-double, but only 17 seconds remaining for Abdur-Rahim and the Grizzlies. Lynch capturing a rebound, so matching last night's total, and that'll do it. Dickerson fouling McKee with the Sixers up 7. And Aaron McKee, 5 Sixers in double figures tonight. 2 of them off the bench, he and Billy Owens, going to the line for 2 more. Work tonight by Owens, dropping a dozen and pulling 6 in 22 minutes. For Vancouver, remember how well they finished the first 3 quarters? Not tonight here in the fourth.
2 for 11 here in the fourth, and that's one of the things you look at. And when you're a new head coach and you sit there and try to find out what this team needs, as I said, they need a third score, and they just need some more veteran leadership.
Well, the Grizzlies, when they give up 100 or more, now 0-16 on the season. The 76ers had their hands full as the Grizzlies played catch-up early. Sixers had a 23-8 lead. Vancouver then led 29-27. It was a war from there on in. And the Sixers go 2-0 on the West Coast trip as they beat the Grizzlies tonight, 100-93. The action here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Approached by another man outside the club. He demanded money from Lewis. When Lewis handed it over, he was shot several times by the robber. Police still do not have a suspect. Contaminated groundwater is making its way to the Ohio. That's the word from the University of Kentucky study. The study shows contaminated groundwater has trickled from under the Paducah Gas